Oh yeah, yeah. Oh wait, I always sigh. Yeah, that's fine. It's my go-to. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone and everything in between. Welcome to the Stay Positive Podcast Long Distance Edition. It's been a while, Pete, since we saw each other, right? It's been over a week.
Yeah, dude. Well, for our listeners, we are officially entering a new chapter in the Stay Positive, um, I guess, not ecosystem, but in any case, I had to go back to school. And
Yeah, Pete
it,
abandoned me. He has better things to do with his time.
yeah, but that doesn't
Doesn't care
mean
for his good friend.
that doesn't mean that we stop this. It does not mean
It's
that.
true. It's true. The
Alex
podcast
is
never dies.
no, it definitely doesn't. We're just still be coming at you, even 200 miles apart. Unfortunately, for the
It's
people
fine.
listening to Alex, at least.
Why? Why? What was that supposed to mean?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Oh my god, a lot has happened this week. You moved. I took an exam. Did pretty decent at it.
You did not
Uh,
bad. You are
I didn't
you are getting closer to making
perfection.
machines figure out how to learn. That's for sure.
I am.
Well, yeah, isn't that what you're trying to do?
Oh right. Yeah. I guess I want to get a master's in computer science and machine learning AI or
That's whack.
computer graphics or both.
Whack.
Uh,
Yo,
I guess. Yeah.
the crazy thing, Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther,
Yeah. Yeah. I
that
know.
was awful.
That's unfortunate.
That was really awful, man. The outpouring of emotion from like everybody. But that was a sick movie too, and he's a really great actor. Especially in
Yeah. I
42,
mean,
the movie 42. Have you ever watched that one?
no.
No, the Jackie Robinson movie?
No,
You're
I didn't
joking.
watch the movie. I don't watch movies.
Dude, you're such a
I'll watch it now. I'll watch it
get out
now.
from under your shell, bro.
P, we've established this. I don't
Find a
leave the
different rock.
confines I don't leave the confines of my basement, Pete.
Well,
But
that's
yeah,
ugly.
what happened is very unfortunate. I wish all the family members, you know, I wish them the best.
Yeah, that's a shame, dude. And you know the crazy thing is that in the beginning of quarantine, he was looking ill, looking sickly. He had released a video or something. I don't remember what it was, but you could tell there was something off. He looked like he had lost 50 pounds type of thing. And everybody's like,
Hmm.
"Whoa, why does he look so sick?" And I was like, "Oh, that's not good.
I
That
mean, he
definitely means
had
something's going
colon
on."
cancer,
Yeah, he did.
so
It's a shame, man. You don't know what people are dealing with behind the scenes. You never know.
I mean, yeah, that it's you. Usually, you should always like you should like people should not be so selfish as to like think the world revolves around them or think or just assume how people's lives are going. Like, because even the most like successful or renowned people, they can be going through some tough times. So,
Bro, we're all people.
don't take anything for granted. Don't take other people's lives for granted. Don't take your life for granted. Just live your life, be the best you can be, and do the best that you can.
Well, Alex, can I have your autograph?
Why not? Why not? I give you my autograph before I'm famous. It'll probably sell a lot on eBay.
No, I mean, honestly, yeah. There are two ways to look at people who are famous. One way is to obviously understand that they're people also, so that they go through things just like you do. And
Yeah,
your dog and your cat and your mom and dad, they go through things. But then on the flip side,
you idolize them. You
yeah,
put them on a
yeah, on the
pedestal.
flip side, people idolize and put them on a pedestal. And that's one
I
thing
don't like that.
I never actually did, like not as a child, not ever. Like when we would go to the Open and people would be lining up for Rogers or Rafa's autograph, and I would always just look at people and be thinking to myself like, why? Why do you need that piece of paper? What does that give you? To me, I feel like a picture is a lot more priceless. But even then, it's or timeless rather. Even then, though,
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense to me.
No. Yeah, I mean, I got a picture with Roger Federer once, but like I remember the first time I saw him, I didn't I didn't care really. And this is coming from like one of his biggest
Oh yeah,
fans,
dude.
you know.
Alex is a total fanboy.
I love Federer. He's the best until I show up on the scenes, he's the best. Um but like when I saw him the first time, like I just saw like I was in the players lounge and just like 20 feet away from me is just Roger like chilling talking to people and I'm just like, "Oh, there's Roger."
Right?
And cuz like I love and respect him, but at the end of the day he's just like a guy who plays
Dude, yeah,
tennis.
they're all just normal people. So many people just overlook that. They forget. You know, if you can just look at people and be like, yeah, they were a baby once. Like, just imagine everybody has been through in some way, shape, or form the same exact stuff you've been through. Like, they all grew out of their mother's womb, or
Okay, Dr. Pete, it's
they all
I don't need your
eat
life
food.
story.
Um, they all do remedial tasks just as you do. And so I don't know what the point of really idolizing people is. Like, I mean, you can say that idolization is kind of a way to keep yourself motivated, but I don't think people usually do it for motivation.
Yeah, I'm very like when I start working out and when I like start trying to pursue my dream, when I used to start pursuing my dream of being a professional tennis player, I was looking up to all these top players, but I wasn't looking up to them like they're better than me. I was looking at them as like, okay, that's the like bar I have to jump over. That's the highest peak I have to reach in order to surpass them.
Right.
You know, I treated them as more like my rival, like my this is my goal, not my hero, because you know there's nothing wrong with having a hero, but you know at the end of the day they're not living their life for you. You know, they're just doing their thing,
Yeah,
and it
dude.
just happens to be a really amazing thing. You know, I like I said, I respect them. I have the highest respect for all these guys, but they're not doing it for me. They're not doing it just so like I can get motivated. They're doing it because this is what they want to do, and they're putting their heart and soul into it. And I think that's the best way to like maybe get motivated. Even if you're not a tennis player, you see someone pushing themselves so hard in their craft, it makes you want to do the same thing, to be like the Roger Federer of soccer or knitting or whatever, anything
You
you
mean
want.
Messi or Ronaldo?
Shut up, Pete. Shut up, Pete. Did Messi? I saw some new. Did Messi leave Barcelona?
Yeah, bro. On that
Is that real?
topic, dude, so there's a spat with him and his front office friends. They're not really his friends anymore, but
You mean his fellow
no,
players,
no, no, no. People in the front office, the people
like their management?
management, yes. Apparently, he has wanted to be off the team for a long time, but they had no way or no
To
reason
sell
to
him?
allow him to leave, and he was in a way being forced against his will to play for them and practice and everything. And so now he's literally
He
like
quit.
just yeah, he just washed his hands, he left, and it's just he's gone. Like today they I think they had some practice or they had some kind of testing, or no, maybe the day before. And he never showed, and everybody's like, oh my gosh. And the crazy part is all the fans are going nuts. They're like, no, Leo, don't leave. And I'm just looking at all these
Is
Barca fanboys and
do we
fangirls and
know? Do
just
you
thinking you
know?
guys are so attached to this guy and he never got
Do
you
they
anything.
know? Do they know why? Did he not like the team, or did he just want to leave?
Um, no, that's a hot topic because I think he was having trouble, or he wasn't having trouble, but he was not he was having disagreements with the people. Um, I'm pausing because I want to look at this.
You can look at your computer, Pete, through your
Yeah, but
computer.
then I'll make noise by typing.
All
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
What are you looking up?
I had this on my feed yesterday, so give me a second.
Your Facebook feed.
No, Bleacher Report.
Is he going anywhere like Ronaldo to Juventus, or is he just
No,
leaving?
but apparently Juventus low key made a pitch to have him play with Ronaldo. But could you
Dude,
imagine?
imagine Ronaldo and Messi, the like basically the players of the decade on the same
Man,
team.
I'm telling you, yo. But honestly, yeah, people go crazy for Leo and Ronaldo as well.
Yeah,
Oh
because
man.
they're amazing and they help their team win.
Well, Juventus hasn't won the Champions League in the 2 years that Ronaldo's been there.
Yeah, did they do
So,
well at least?
who Juventus?
Yeah,
I mean, they always win Serie A, but that's because they literally have the
Ronaldo
best
and the
team
best
in
everything
Italy.
else. You
I'm
know,
sorry at
Juventus.
AC Milan and Inter Milan fans, by the way.
You know, I mean, it's funny because Juventus, like, they had like a scandal like 10 years ago, and they were relegated to like the lowest level, like Serie 3 or C or whatever the lowest level
Yeah.
is for Italian circuit, and they just clawed their way back and became the champions anyway.
Huh. I forget that.
So
All I know is that it's not a great time to be a Manchester United fan, which is what I am. And
what happened?
let's just say that we're not doing so hot right now. And that's all
Do
I'll
you,
leave it at.
are all your players injured, or
No, it's just
you guys suck?
no. Well,
Yeah, the
no.
results say
No,
otherwise.
yes, exactly. Like we don't suck, but the results are not what they should be.
Who are the best teams in England?
Manchester City or Liverpool, to be honest. Manchester City is a second right now, close second, but Liverpool is doing quite well. That's because they have a lot of very, I guess, all their players fit together like locks and keys on the field. They all come. They play good. They play well.
The Liverpool team.
Yeah,
All
I think
right.
that's a testament to Mr. Klopp, the
The, the coach.
coach, manager, whatever you want to call it. Call him.
All right. I wish Manchester United the best of luck.
No, they're we need more than luck, man. But you saw against my prediction from last weekend, Bayern won, huh?
Bayern did win.
Bayern won.
Not
I
not
was calling
7-0.
PSG and
You weren't calling PSG, you just wanted
no,
PSG.
I don't care. I didn't care because I don't like either team.
What's wrong with PSG?
Um,
It's French.
Neymar.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I always thought Neymar was a bit overrated because he I don't know. I don't know what to say because he's very talented, but he's also I don't know if he's faking it or not, but he seems very weak. Like if you
um,
touch him, he falls, no matter how hard you touch him.
yeah, I mean, look, there is definitely no doubt that this guy has talent
Like the moves he does
the way
is
Allen
intricate.
Iverson did on the basketball court, the way Nick Kyrgios has it on the tennis court.
No, no, no.
No, dude, Neymar is talent.
No, Neymar's talented. Kyrgios
All right,
is
we don't need to
talented
talk
but
about this.
lazy.
No, I'm
Yeah,
just
but
talking pure talent, man. Neymar is talented, but he just doesn't have. All right, I don't know. I don't know if this necessarily matters as much, but you know that did you watch the Michael Jordan documentary? We can go into this a little bit after, but did you watch it? The
I
Last
think I
Dance?
watched bits and pieces of it. Isn't this the one?
That just came out this year.
Oh no, I didn't watch this
Okay,
one.
well, I guess the big part of that documentary, a very big theme, was that it factor, that killer mentality, the killer instinct. And when you watch Neymar play, he plays with passion and he plays to win, but he doesn't play to absolutely destroy. you know, he
I
just
think
doesn't.
he just I don't know if it's just his style, but like I think he tries to like be cute. He tries to like outmaneuver the
Yeah,
players and
exactly.
like finesse them, which is fine, but you have to get really good at that, and I don't think he's at a level where he can do that confidently. Cause like Ronaldo also did that when he started. He was doing like that. There's like a video before he was in Real Madrid where he's like just dancing around someone, where he's like just jumping over the ball and no one can like steal it from him. it's like that's clearly like both talent but also like athleticism. He can completely run circles around the defenders. Neymar, he can do that, but the second like someone pushes him, he can't stand up. Like Ronaldo can take a hit and still stand. And yes, I know Messi, Ronaldo, all the big names, like they fake it sometimes. but like, but it's like if you fall every time, like come on.
Yeah,
Like
I'm not a big
like
fan of flopping in any contact sport.
um
I don't think anyone is.
in
But
the Rio de Janeiro, or yeah, the Brazilian Olympics, people, or not the Rio de Janeiro, the World Cup in Brazil, like all the Brazilians, I think most Brazilians agree, but they still like portray Neymar as like this hero, but like some people are like comparing him to like Pele or like the golden
okay,
generation,
yeah,
and
let's not
I'm like
go there.
calm
I don't
down.
like
Like
that comparison, man. I don't like that.
it's yeah, no, he's just, I feel like he's all talent but I
Yeah,
don't want to say the fundamentals
no
are
killer.
lacking, but like
That killer instinct, and that's a shame because you actually see that a lot in sports, like where people are so talented, so gifted, and they put in a lot of work. Like you could tell that these guys spent hours. They kill themselves for it, for the craft, and yet they just don't have that it. And sometimes that's the difference between being on top of the world. No, not sometimes, all the time. That's the difference between being on top of the world and just being another person that could have been.
yeah, I mean Zlatan Ibrahimovic is talented but
Yeah, he's a
also
great example
extremely
too.
hardworking.
Oh, well, he's a good example though, because he's also a
Yeah,
nutcase. I mean, everybody loves him
he
because he's crazy, but he's a little, he's got a couple screws
yeah,
loose, I
but
think.
like
But he's still a baller.
no, but like when he was starting off, he was like a nervous wreck, and he was so like scared, and he was emotional because like he knew how good he could be, but he just kept messing up, and he just kept working and working, and eventually he started winning, and he's like, "Yep, I'm the best now."
Yeah, it's totally true. But yeah, I mean, I guess like I mentioned before, that whole killer instinct, that need,
The drive.
it's like you want to do this more than you want to breathe air, or if you're thirsty more than you want to drink water to survive. That whole thing, um it's really the difference between, like I said, a person that is and a person that could have been. I mentioned this before, but the Michael Jordan documentary, dude. I know this is what's it called? A review that's maybe 3-4 months late, but wow, that documentary was good. 10-part series.
Is it true? Like Michael is did Michael say he would wake up at 4 in the morning and train,
I
or is that
don't know about
just?
that. He definitely would.
It sounds believable.
No, he worked his ass off. He definitely worked really hard. Whether he was waking up at 4, I don't know. There was one part of the documentary where I think it was 92. No, it was 95.
Okay.
1994-95 season. They lost in the playoffs. That was when Michael came back from the little baseball trip he was
Mm.
taking. He comes back. They lose I believe they lost to the Magic,
Okay.
and um,
Everyone said you suck.
I mean, no, not really. I think I don't remember because I wasn't alive in '94, but I think the big part of that was about him just not being the same player, and they were like, "Oh yeah, this is the Bulls are washed up." And so apparently, in the documentary, they said this. Apparently, he had the same trainer since the day he started in the league. Um, Apparently, after that game, he goes up to his trainer, and he's like, "I'll see you tomorrow." And this is like, this is when their season ends. This is, the Eastern. I think this was the Eastern Conference semis, or it was the Eastern Conference championship. I don't remember exactly, but so don't quote me on that. But yeah,
But he lost, and the second he lost,
yeah,
he said, "All right, back to
yeah,
work."
dude. He literally finished up, and at that point, 99% of players will say, all right, I've got maybe 4 weeks off. I'll like go on a beach, enjoy my summer a little bit, and then I'll start working slowly, slowly. No, dude, Michael, from the first second he got off that court, he was pissed off. He was like, no, I need to get back. And the thing with him is that when he decides that he's gonna win, or when he decides that he wants to absolutely demoralize someone, he goes crazy. I didn't understand this. My brother was a kid during the 90s, so he kind of explained this a little more, and he already had seen this by watching the games and everything, but I never understood it. I would always hear Michael Jordan has this killer instinct, but it never made sense to me because it's not my time. Like I watched LeBron, I'd say, yeah, this guy's one of the most athletic human beings to ever live. That's because he's my time. I'm seeing this happen. But I didn't understand it. But then I listened to stuff like that, and then I watched this documentary, and I'm thinking, whoa, this guy was a lunatic, but in the best possible
Not
way.
a lunatic. He was
No,
passionate.
no, no, no. But I mean, he. I don't mean lunatic in a negative way. I mean, he was
He worked
crazy.
harder than everyone.
Yeah, he did, dude.
It's what it takes.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's what it takes.
I mean, there's like, I don't know if this is a quote, but like, if everyone trains the same, or if you train the same as everyone else, how are you going to be any better than anyone else?
Right, dude. That's totally true. So yeah, he sure enough, like I said, he goes up to his trainer, and I mean, everybody on the rest of his team is just going to take their vacations and everything for 2 weeks, and he says, "Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow." The next day, he wakes up at 5 a.m., hits the gym, and the same thing happens over and over and over and over, the rest of the summer.
Yeah.
And sure enough, what happens? What happens the next year? They win a
96.
championship. Yeah, and then the year after, another championship, and then the year after that, another championship. Like it was just clockwork for this dude.
I mean,
You see, honestly, Rafa and Novak, they have that.
no, Roger, Rafa, Novak, and a little bit of Murray, they all.
I
have
don't,
this.
I don't want to say Murray. Murray
Murray
just
did.
incredibly hard work. He's like one of the hardest working people on the face of this planet.
Yeah, but like,
But
Pete, do you know how like demoralizing it can be to live 10 years of your life as number 2? Like, do you know how hard it is to wake up in the morning knowing that the whole world is calling you second best, even though you work just as hard as everyone else above you? And to still
well,
have that determination to do it again and again and again and keep doing it?
well,
You
to
have to
that,
respect it.
yeah, it's respectable, but at the same time, you just have to go past that. It doesn't matter because in the end, as harsh as this may sound, winners write history. And so if you're number 2, you have to put yourself to be a number 1, or else you're
But he
just
did.
not going to have that
He did.
chance.
It took 10 years, but he did it.
He did, but he couldn't maintain because he got injured and he got hurt.
Okay,
and everything,
Pete, you
but-
can't criticize Pete. Of all people in the
not
world, you can't
criticizing at all.
criticize anyone for being injured.
Yeah, just for the people that don't know, I'm a bit of a walking medical bill myself, but it's okay.
It's okay. No, but like,
No, I think that he definitely earned what he got from his career, and he's trying to make a comeback right now. But I think that
no, Novak, Nadal,
it doesn't
and Federer
matter
are
if
better.
you've got that second place all
No,
the time.
yeah, no, these guys.
You have to be able to just take it and push past. That's a thing with Rafa and Novak as well. They were always number 2 to Roger for years, early 2000s, early 2010s. Rafa started kind of breaking that mold in 08, 09, but they were like when they were young, they were always just second best to him. And then after
It shouldn't
like,
matter.
2010s and
You
later,
shouldn't worry about that. You just worry about getting better yourself, and eventually you will surpass them. And that's what
yeah,
happened.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. So to that point, I'm saying, it doesn't matter indeed that Murray couldn't get past that number 2. I think that it's more important that he has to just push past the barrier. In the end, it's just how the game works.
Yeah.
It's how, like I said, winners write history, right? You can't just expect some dude that's been second place all their life to get the same amount of glory and respect, even though they put the same amount of work ethic in. you know, like to that, like a person that wins, that where winning is their religion, they to that they say, you know what, I don't care because I'm the winner, so it doesn't matter to me. And that's honestly the mentality you gotta have. You have to go out there and just decide that you don't want to be number two, and then once you reach the threshold where you've just kind of gotten rid of the competition by your own sheer will. Um, yeah, because
Point is they
that's
did
what
it. The
Michael
point is
did.
all four of them did it.
Yeah, yeah. I think
Um,
the one way in which Michael was different was he was really hard on his teammates.
well, it's a team sport, so. But what do you
Yeah,
mean? What do you mean he was hard on
he
them?
was super hard on his teammates. Like one big story that stood out to me from that series was when he got into a fight with Steve Kerr. You know who Steve Kerr is?
Yeah, it's the coach
Yeah, the
of
coach
the
of the Warriors. Yeah,
Golden Warriors,
the Golden
Golden State Warriors.
um, and he gets into a fight with him in practice, and I don't remember what the scenario was, but they were running a play, or I think one of them screwed up, and then or no, I'm pretty sure Steve screwed up or something, and Michael goes up to him, and I'm probably missing some parts, but basically Michael goes up to him, punches him in the face, and then Steve or rather, that was the inevitable effect. But what happened was Michael, I think, was cursing out Steve. Steve stood up to Michael because no one ever would apparently stand up to Michael. Michael would just kind of like be jawing and trash talking throughout practice all the time, and people would just kind of take it. And the guys that earned his respect were the ones that were able to kind of just get past that trash talk and
I mean,
perform well.
it's one of those gray areas where it's like in a team sport or in any sort of team environment like a company or anything, if you have the passion to be number one but you have to rely on other people, you're kind of stuck in like a difficult situation where now either you have to like step up and be like, okay, this is what everyone's going to do, or you just sit in the background and just be mediocre. And it's obvious that Michael was
Mm.
like, we're gonna be number one, and I'm gonna drag all of you into glory, whether any of you want it or not.
No, dude, that's basically the mentality he had. He did not want to lose. He wanted to win so badly that he literally did exactly what you said. And sometimes it meant conflicts. And to this day, I mean, conflicts probably still occur between him and some of his prior teammates.
And now
But
Stephen Kerr is the coach of the winning
Steve,
team. That's not his name?
Steve. I don't even
Pete,
know,
shut your
but
face. His name is probably Steven.
no, it's
Um,
not.
his
But I think one
whatever.
thing also that like connected them was they had tragic backstories with their fathers. You know, because both their fathers died when they were um, young slash
I'm
in the
pretty sure.
NBA.
I'm pretty sure Michael's father died when he was successful.
Yeah, but still,
No,
that's
it's
terrible.
100% tragic, but I don't think that's what spurred him because he was still a winner by that point.
Yeah, no. All I'm saying is that they first off, the mutual respect came from that moment in practice because, like I said, no one would stand up to Michael usually, and so when Steve did it,
how did he?
he earned that. But that was one way in which they bonded. The other way was, despite not really talking about it ever with each other, they kind of understood. It was like an unwritten rule, an unwritten seal between them two. You know, because that's like that's something that how the other person feels. You understand, they understand. It's not something you guys have to talk about.
How did Steve respond to getting punched in it? Like, did he like shut up and listen, or what happened?
No, he went after him. He tried to fight him.
No, no, no. Like after like the dust settled, like did he like learn anything from that, or was he just like Michael's a jerk?
No, I mean after that he was like,
You're right.
okay, yeah, we're teammates. We're in this to win, and we're both passionate. He didn't take that. I think it was actually like Michael was jawing, Steve jawed back, things got escalated, and then I think Steve shoved Michael and Michael punched him, something like that.
Okay, no, but like after that happened,
After that, they
did
were
they get along?
perfectly perfect. Yeah, got along perfectly. If anything, that was one of the best things that happened to their relationship. I think that's actually what they both said too.
I
Isn't that
mean,
crazy? Should I punch you in the face?
no, Pete. if you do, I'm going to respond in kind.
Oh,
Pete, I know where
man.
you live.
Yeah, but the problem is that you can't get here in time. I'm too quick for you, man.
You're gonna punch me, but I won't be able to punch you back.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah, that docu series was really really interesting. It opened my head,
Eyes,
mind, whatever. Yeah, opened my eyes. That's the right
Pete.
word.
You're more sleep deprived than I am.
I am sleep deprived. It opened my eyes to
The
really
winner's
what it was
mentality.
going on. No, because the winner's mentality is something that you need to have within you. You don't really you learn what it is if you don't have it, you know what it is if you have it.
I don't think people know. They just have it. They just want it. They don't quantify it. They're not like, oh yes, this is a trait I have. They just have it and they do it. Because
Well, yeah, but you're telling me that a person that is extremely hyper competitive, a person that wants to absolutely demolish whatever they have in their path in order to get something, you're telling me that they don't understand that they're like that? They're not self introspective
they
about
could
that
be. Some
quality?
people aren't, but some people are.
I suppose it depends on the person, but I'd like to assume that Michael knows, maybe because all the people that tell him, but I would like to assume that he knows how much of a uh
People
how
know
much
what
of
they
a
want. If you want to win and you want to
what's
work
it called?
hard, you know that, and you're going to push yourself through it. I should adopt that mentality or
You should
re-adopt
adopt
it.
what mentality?
The competitive mentality. I used to be so competitive, and now I'm so mellow, and
Oh, come on,
I
dude.
kind of hate that.
I think you just haven't competed at anything in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
That's what happens, bro. I mean, honestly, I think the one thing that probably all my family, my closest friends, one thing they may find extremely annoying about me is that I try to literally win at everything and one up people. And yeah, I mean everybody talks about how MJ was really annoying in that fact. So I can understand why they're annoyed. I'm not comparing myself to NJ. I'm saying it's it's just something that when you are super super competitive and you hate losing and love winning. I mean, love winning. Winning is fun, dude. You
Winning
know?
is fun. Winning
Winning is one of the
and
best feelings
the
ever.
person
There's
who said
nothing
winning
like
isn't
it.
everything probably lost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a
I
quote from
mean,
Martina Navratilova, by the way.
yeah, actually.
Yeah, it's wise
Huh.
words.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, yeah, it's good fuel though, the way I see it. For at least for me. You know, because when somebody tries to prove you wrong, when someone tries to tell you that you're not good for it or you can't do it, that's when, oh man, like that lights my fire like
Yeah.
nothing else. I love people
I
doubting me or
love proving
people
people
telling
wrong.
me.
I love that's like the greatest. That really is like one of if not the greatest feelings in the world is someone says something and you prove them wrong. It's like you don't even need to say anything and they can't say anything. It's just that moment where both of you are in the revelation that I was right and you were wrong.
Well, it depends on the situation, I would
No,
say, for
every
me. I mean,
situation.
no, I can't say I agree because proving people wrong, I
Well,
suppose it
proving
only I would only say that would apply if they made a judgment on my character.
yeah, yeah.
But if it's something in an objective truth, then I really wouldn't care because I'm not so naive slash egoistic to think I can teach somebody something like to prove them wrong on an objective fact. But like yeah, if they misinterpret my me as a person, yeah, that feeling I totally understand.
No, no, no. Yeah, when I said that, I mean I'm referring to like spiteful people or people trying to always downplay you or make you feel lower than what you really are. Though
Yeah, in
those
that
kinds of
case,
people,
oh yeah.
because like you don't need to say that, but now that you've said it, you've given me ample motivation to just prove you wrong, and in the process become great in whatever it is we're talking about.
Yeah, dude, that's totally yeah. I mean, there's nothing like that feeling. you
Yeah.
know, because you have literally lit that jet engine. I like to call it a jet engine for myself because I mean like I sleep deprive myself to oblivion just to get all the stuff I need to do done. So I always say, you know, it's just it doesn't stop for me. I love to just keep it running, and when someone says, "Oh, you should take a break," or "Oh, I don't think you're gonna do this well
I
if
hate
you
when
keep
people do
trying,"
that.
I tell them, you know what? I'm gonna make sure I do it and do it 10 times better now, just because you said that. And it's a great feeling when it comes out just that way.
Yeah.
But you know, sometimes it doesn't, and I learn from it regardless. And you should too. Not you, Alex. I mean
I
the
have.
people.
I have. Don't worry. But
Yeah, he knows the
it
feeling.
really is like human nature. It's like you tell someone don't do something, and you're like, well, I'm going to do it, and not only am I going to do it, I'm going to come out on top. What do you say to that?
Yeah, that is a human nature 101 right there.
For better or for worse, yeah.
Yeah,
What
I
percent are
think
you at?
3.
All
I
right.
have a solid probably 5 minutes on this.
Okay.
I think one of the best ways to put this, this whole conversation, and side note, because of some technical difficulties, we will be having a shorter one today. But don't worry, we
It's
call this a
perfect because
little
we asked because I
test.
asked you like let's release a short episode, so we're gonna do it whether
Yeah,
we like it or not.
give us your
It's all Pete's
telepathic
fault, by the
feedback.
way.
No, it's not. Give us your telepathic feedback on the length of episode preference. But anywho, what I was gonna say is I think that the best way to describe this is an innate need to come out on top, no matter what the task is. And I think all human beings possess it. Like you said, human nature.
Yeah.
But it's definitely it's definitely in our all of our genetic code to need to at least excel at something. You know, it doesn't matter what it is. We have to do it because it's almost um, necessary.
I wouldn't go so far as to say that, but I do believe like I've said it in many, probably several episodes in the past, and I'll say it again with my dying breath. The important thing in your life is to, find what you love and, do it to the best of your ability. Like, like I, like if you want to be number one, then you need to really push yourself to be number one. But like you have to be doing the best you can, and once you like reach a certain level, you need to like see what's your strengths, what your weaknesses, and then adapt accordingly and improve over and over again. In programming or in game design, it's called like
Yeah,
iterative processes, where it's like you do
yeah,
something and then you iterate over it, until you reach a level of like quality that's satisfactory. you know
totally
that's
makes
how
sense.
that's how you achieve perfection or close to perfection. Is you work hard, reach a level, see what that level is, and then go further and further.
Couldn't agree more. Well, with that being said, um,
Work
I think
hard,
that
eat right, and as
yeah,
always,
stay winning and stay positive.
every day, all day. Let's go.